40 years of wisdom, 40 years of strength, 4 decades of great contribution to the Kenyan economy, years of success in the global economy as well. Indeed, for these 4 decades, we have been leaders in the reinsurance industry offering world-class services. Kenya Re is who we are, with strength and wisdom beyond borders. Our core values remain as integrity, learning and innovation, a strong service culture, objectivity, teamwork, and good corporate citizenship. These are values that have always kept us ahead of other reinsurance firms.
Kenya Re is 41 years old. That age alone is a milestone to mark. We have survived for 40 years. But we'll never forget the core mandates for which the corporation was created. Preservation of foreign exchange through retention of reinsurance business in Kenya, the creation of a pool of skilled and trained insurance professionals for the Kenyan economy, creation of employment, and participation in national economic development.
Kenya Re carries out its reinsurance business in Africa, the Middle East and Asia, serving over 170 companies in over 47 countries. It was established in 1970 through an act of the Kenyan Parliament and started operations in 1971. It's rated B+ by AM Best Rating Agency for domestic claims paying ability. It's also rated AA by Global Credit Rating of South Africa and is ISO 9001-2008 certified. 60% of its equity is owned by the government, with the rest held by the public through the Nairobi Securities Exchange. As at the end of 2011, the total asset base was over 21 billion shillings.
Kenya Re offers plenty of products ranging from the traditional non-life products like fire, accidents, liability, motor and life classes. We also recognize the changing needs of our clients and therefore we also provide solutions to emerging risks like cyber and terrorism cover.
Kenya Re also covers political and agricultural risks. The company has also positioned itself to cover oil and gas. Recently, the corporation launched its Retakaful Window, a Sharia-compliant insurance product that will be guided by a Sharia supervisory board.
At Kenya Re, we're not only a reinsurance firm, but we also take great pride in being owners of commercial property. We own buildings like Reinsurance Plaza, Anniversary Towers, Kenya Re Towers in Upper Hill and also commercial property in Kisumu. This year, the company is set to increase its property holdings through an additional high-rise building in Upper Hill. The wise say being good is commendable, but only when it is combined with doing good is it useful. At Kenya Re, we believe in doing good and giving back to society. This is evident in the Nikofiti campaigns, where we encourage the disabled to overcome their shortcomings and provide them with assistive devices to enable them to live a normal life.
Destiny is not a matter of chance, it's a matter of choice. It's not a thing to be waited for, it's a thing to be achieved. These are great words that found their true meaning at Kenya Re. With a business presence in over 45 countries in Africa and beyond, there was need to rebrand in order to strengthen the business portfolio and its presence in other markets. In 2011, the rebranding journey began.
We started the rebranding journey in August 2011. We needed first of all to establish the position of the corporation, the perception the public had of Kenya Re. The reason being, as a company, we knew where we wanted to go. And so to bridge that gap, we decided to do a survey where we interviewed the internal and external publics, both locally and internationally. After that, we were able to know the perceptions that our publics had of our brand. We then went out into coming up with a brand strategy. That strategy outlined the roadmap that we are going to follow throughout the rebranding process. The Kenya Re brand strategy enabled us to come up with our new logo, slogan, colors, and brand values. Our logo is a play of the Kenya Re brand name, where the warm colors of blue, red, and gray depict the brand as youthful, vibrant, and dynamic. We also have our brand values, which will guide us into the future, and they are dynamic, sophisticated, successful, solid, and competent.
It took 8 months, and on May 2012, the new look of Kenya Re was launched. The event was graced by Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, Kenya's then Vice President.
Behind every genuine rebranding exercise lies a pledge of better customer service, more efficient systems, and a pledge on improved fortunes on the part of the firm concerned. I therefore feel privileged to be part and parcel of the rebirth of Kenya Insurance Corporation after a generation of notable firsts.
We have worked tirelessly on the qualities and virtues of this business enterprise to be able to understand how the business is perceived within and outside Kenya. With this rebranding, we have rejuvenated our image and reputation to showcase ourselves to the world. In this regard, we have moved a notch higher by creating synergies in our customer service and culture of the organization to be in tandem with a new brand.
Today, we relaunch our corporate identity with a view to improving Kenya Re's perception and personality in line with our vision, mission, and core values.
And the cake has been cut by Kopi Tafadhali. Momentous moment. Thank you very much.
The wise say that an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. With a new brand, we had to train our staff to keep them on their toes in this ever-changing market. True to this, the company carried out a 2-day training session that took place in Nairobi's Upper Hill area. The training session sought to determine the staff's perception of the new brand, areas of weaknesses, and how to change their weaknesses into strengths.
Remember, you are your own brand. There's Kenya Re, we're part of Kenya Re, but what do you stand for as an individual?
See, that is the...
Rebirth always calls for celebration, and this young brand had a strong need to be nurtured. Kenya Re brought together its employees for a team-building session in order to outgrow individual performance and foster team confidence that would make excellence in performance a reality. On the 1st of September 2012, Kenya Re took its staff for a team-building session at Lake Elementaita with the sole aim of motivating them.
The purpose of this is to help guys bond, just bring out some of the issues that had arisen during our 2-day training sessions, and use that as a way of just closing on a high in the rebrand exercise.
I came to learn that when you are together, you should also depend on your colleague, because you can't do it alone without my colleague. My colleague has to push it somewhere, then I pick it from there, then all of us, we work as a team, then at least we earn our goal.
It's a very, very exciting experience, and after this, maybe as an organization, we should purpose to take Kenya Re to the next level.
After the team building and in a bid to improve the services within the corporation, each department within Kenya Re chose 3 areas of weaknesses that they would work on to boost their operations, make them in line with a new brand. Brand champions were drawn from each department to steer the rebranding process internally. Technology brings things to speed, and it is a highway towards reaching out to the nations. In this regard, the corporation has boosted its capacity by bringing on board competent English and French-speaking underwriters to enable the company to reach out to both Anglophone and Francophone markets.
The journey has been very exciting. It has been driven from the Corporate Affairs Division and MD's office, but the implementation has involved all members of staff across the corporation, and the journey still goes on into the future. And we are optimistic that it will take us to our desired destination.
We want to be private sector minded in the way we do things, shortened turnaround times, faster payment of claims, faster payment of our obligations, greater collection of premiums because of internal efficiencies, and a modern way of doing things, especially including the ICT.
We are ready for the world, and excellence is what we pledge to deliver. We are Kenya Re, with strength and wisdom beyond.